Well, most people live their lives running from one thing to the next, not realizing they could be putting themselves at risk for burnout or chronic stress. Joining us now with some stress management advice is Nicole Whitaker of Lead Up Health. Welcome, Nicole.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So I feel like I live in this these days, but how bad is chronic stress for our overall health?
Yeah, so it's horrible and it is prevalent. So, chronic stress is the underlying cause of burnout. It is the underlying cause of most disease and illnesses, and it ages us. And we have 80% of working adults saying that they have experienced symptoms of burnout. And right now, we're also seeing autoimmune disease and certain cancers on the rise, with women making up over 80% of those cases. And this is not surprising, as you mentioned, it is prevalent. Daily stress has really become the norm, especially for career moms who are in leadership roles or in helping careers. So it looks like, waking up, rushing through the morning to get our kids off to school, and then jumping into work and giving our all. And if we are the default parent, which most women say that they are, we are taking on that added stress and responsibility. And the hardest part about this is that then we experience these symptoms of stress and we blame ourselves for things like weight gain or brain fog or emotional reactivity. And really, and this is really important for those of you who do experience stress, it is not your fault. It was not my fault. It is simply the pace and pressure of our daily lives. But there are ways to get off of the stress cycle.
Right, so let's talk about the solutions you work within, the HERS pillars. Let's talk about the first one here, holistic health.
Yeah, so the Hearst pillars came from my own experience when I had three in diapers and was also a leader at a national organization. And
Wow,
so
that's a
these are
lot.
science. Yeah, it was. It was quite a lot. And so these are research backed, but they also work for real people. And they're the most effective way to prevent and heal from burnout and chronic stress. So, as you mentioned, H stands for holistic health. This is really the foundation. And so I named my organization Lead Up Health because we know both from research, but we can also just look at our own lives that when we are feeling good mentally, physically, and emotionally, we lead ourselves better and we lead others better. But that is easier said than done, right? First of all, there is no time to go to the gym every single night or meal prep for hours on end every Sunday. And the other challenge is that most solutions are not holistic, meaning they are incomplete. So, for example, therapy, which I'm a huge supporter of therapy, that still is just neck up. And we know that stress actually lives in the body, and the mind and the body work together to create overall health. And so we support the whole person with simple, doable practices that work within a limited time and rewire the nervous system. So we offer movement, nutrition, and rest that works for the client's specific body and their specific season of life.
Well, and next up, let's talk about energy mastery because I mean that everybody's just got to. You just feel so drained all the time.
That's exactly right. So, energy mastery is a game changer. Everything is energy, right? So, the cells in our body, that's energy. Our emotions are energy, and this is all about learning how to protect and direct your energy so that we're not running on fumes all day. And many women, and this was me as well, it can just feel like our to-do lists are running us, and we're just playing whack-a-mole, kind of reacting to everything that is thrown our way. And so we offer both practical solutions, but we also get at the root cause. So we do things like identifying and plugging hidden energy leaks, such as perfectionism or people pleasing or overcommitting, that unknowing to us, it's just draining that energy and hours of our time. And then we offer rituals to refuel your tank and take your time back.
And now tell us about career realignment because I see a lot of this lately where people have been in the same lane for 10, 15 years and all of a sudden they decide they want to do something else.
That is exactly right. And so, women and everyone work really hard to create these careers. And then life changes, right? Perhaps you become a parent or you become a caregiver for your parent, and those old work habits just don't fit anymore. And the solution doesn't have to be quitting. For some, it is, but for most, it is about reshaping your relationship with work and those work habits so that they're supporting your life instead of pushing against it. And so some examples here are, setting clear boundaries so work doesn't bleed into personal life, or working with your team or your manager to make really simple tweaks to the structures within your organization, like length of meeting time, to create some space. And the thing about this one is that companies really benefit from this. So you see from McKinsey research that organizations that prioritize well-being and culture deliver 3 times shareholder returns than those that do not. And this is not surprising because, as we discussed earlier, when people feel good, they're going to perform well.
Absolutely. And tell us about the last part of the pillars, self-sovereignty.
So this is where it all comes together. This is when women really feel like they're finally back in the driver's seat of their own life. So they are living by their definition of success. They have agency over their time, their energy, and their choices. And this might sound fluffy, but this is really critical because it's when you shift from running on autopilot to really beginning to lead your life with intention. So you are that leader, that person, that parent that you want to be.
Great tips there and everything. It all sums up because, I mean, stress is just a part of everyone's life and we all got to deal with it in our own ways, some ways, but these are great tips for it. Where can we go for more information?
So you can go to www.leaduphealth.com, or you can go to my Instagram handle, which is nicole.leaduphealth.
Fantastic, Nicole. Thank you for all that. We'll make sure we have this on our website at dailyflashshow.com as well.